Background music and ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate. Music for the imagination and the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. In a world where things are not what they seem, and people are not who they appear to be, where puns run rampant through the streets, and it's hard to tell who the real monsters are. Finally, the culmination of 2 epic campaigns. 3 heroes fighting to keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart, against 3 villains who conspire to thwart the efforts of Gagme, and where the fate of Tim and Terry hangs in the balance. Now, let's join Sir Thaddeus Trebilcock, the wild magic sorcerer, Francis the Lion, the gladiator bard, Malphaedor, the fallen Azamar Oathbreaker, Ayda, the drow rogue, Nastly, the half-halfling, half-fainting satyr bard, and the rogue warlock Hesh von Eggars, as they each continue in their relentless pursuit of a fool's quest.
All right, I enter the house of Dionysus.
Yeah, the house.
All right.
The house.
I've already been here, just so you know.
Fuck off!
In the house is a man, and he's sitting in garb you've never seen before. Like, his outfit is very different from anything you've ever noticed before. And he's leisurely chilling on a big, comfy, round bag of something. It looks like furniture. And he's just chilling there, drinking a glass of wine out of a not wine glass, just a like normal like glass. And he says, "Welcome to my home. I see you've made your way without any issues, I hope."
Whoa, I hate this. Oh, that's how my God sounds? Oh, man.
I am glad you've made your way back, and I have something for you. A gift.
I approach slowly and kneel in front of him, as to not be rude.
Oh, that's enough of that. Get on up.
Also, is he dressed? Is this like blue jeans and a tank top? Is he like dressed like a frat bro right now?
He is wearing like an all silver outfit. It's like a jumpsuit, like a jogger suit, but it's like bright silver, obnoxious.
Worse than jeans and a tank top.
But you guys don't know what joggers are, right? You don't know what a
no
jogging suit is, but yeah,
we don't have the cat with us. He might know.
It's like definitely athleisure wear.
Like a Jersey Shore type vibe to it.
It's an adult man with yoga pants on. Even worse. I stand up as he tells me not to. I don't need to kneel, I suppose.
I collected this for you, and you should hang on to this. And he presents you with a scroll.
Oh. I open the scroll?
It is the Infinite Scroll of Abjuration.
Fuck yeah, I got 3 scrolls. The goat man has 3. Oh, I can only use 1 day, though. I just had to roll a die to figure out which one we use.
And I believe you have a contract with Mananon McClear?
That is not myself. That's actually our compatriot,
our
Malphaedor Bromroyo.
I'm sorry to inform you both, you are bound by that contract as well.
Well, shoot.
Yes, that's not good for you.
What were the details? What were the details of the contract? I don't remember.
I remember he gave us the sword. We had to use it on...
to abide by whatever it is he wants us to do, or we will die.
Okay, so yeah, I guess we are under contract.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently we are.
That's good. The contract is very important, and if you don't follow through, you will die.
Do you know what did he give us a task yet?
Not yet.
Still waiting on the task? Cool.
No, I'm just curious why Dionysus is bringing it up.
Oh, I feel like Dionysus has a task too.
No, my task is simple. You accept this gift from me for your comings here. Oh, and Sir Thaddeus, the thing we talked about before, you're still going to need to follow through on that.
What?
You don't remember?
No,
I'm holding the scroll and I definitely just put it in my pouch and I turned to look at him like...
I
gave him the look like, don't embarrass me in front of my god, man! Stop!
Room, you felt a hand on your shoulder, and then you might have blocked the rest of it out, maybe past that.
I remember coming here once by myself, but nothing happened. Like, I got inside, and then I just left. I didn't talk to anybody. I don't remember talking to you.
Oh, you were going to find a wish spell, and you were going to say a specific wish that would help connect my realm back with Greyhawk's realm. Didn't you not do that?
No.
Oops.
I don't remember this agreement at all. But I do know where a wish spell is, so I will get right on that.
Yes, absolutely. See, I'm sure you remember now.
Yeah, I remember now.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you guys here. Would you like some food or beverage?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. I could. We didn't get
I didn't
breakfast,
eat breakfast,
but
no.
no.
Yeah.
I did have one question before we eat. I know we obviously communicated once before when I invited you into my brain.
Oh, yes.
Which was fun.
Yes, I do recall.
I have one more scroll that allows me to do that. Am I allowed to use it?
Will you have another offering to bring me?
Oh, yes. I already have an idea for it.
I don't see why not, then.
Deal.
Oh, I have a question. I'm not sure if you can or will answer. What's going on with Malphaedor? In the other god, when we went to see Selune, she said, do you know what she's talking about?
I do know what she's talking about. I have to be careful how I answer, because it can disrupt the flow of things.
Okay.
He does have a demon lord in his brain. That's not what Selune was talking about. But that is one scary lady. I'll tell you what.
Oh, not a fan. And I don't think she's a fan of me.
Yeah, I don't think
fun.
she is either. I think she is a fan of carnage and murder. I'd beware of that. Anyways, she controls half of his brain, so that's always a good time. As for the other god, yes, there's another god that's attached to Malphaedor. Man, is that a doozy.
Which one, please?
Is it Greyhawk? Because he was a paladin?
I'm sorry. Telling you that information would definitely put this at risk. The operation needs to go off without a hitch, or Euphray gets destroyed.
Wait, what? So probably not Greyhawk, but that leads more questions.
Yeah. Okay, that doesn't...
Okay.
Thanks for answering. It doesn't really help, but...
I'm doing the best I can without destroying your realm.
I appreciate
the good news,
that.
It's not a god
lot.
we've met. And it's not Greyhawk, so that leaves like 6 others? Well, I guess breakfast.
Right. Yeah, time for breakfast.
Breakfast!
Yes.
Bacon!
Here's a whole spread. And you turn around and there is a full, like anything that you would have wanted for breakfast is in his room. And you can peek out the door and you just see these angel guard just hacking away at this giant ethereal beholder. And they reach into the center of the beholder, the one who kneeled before you, and grabs out this large black diamond out of the center of the beholder and pulls it out of the beast and brings it over and casts a spell and cleans all the goo and goop and ooze and stuff off. And it's a perfectly cut black diamond about 3 feet tall from end to end.
We need to go back to the in-between.
Capture a couple more of these things?
Yeah.
Dude, we'll be buying an airship next week. Oh, wait, we don't have any more swords that just, instantly kill things.
Yeah.
I have one that steals souls, but only after we've done a good amount of damage, and that's hard to get around to.
Okay, well, I'm just going to get a huge plate of breakfast, and then after I eat, I guess we'll head back to Euphray.
Yep, I'm gonna We'll look for bagels. That sounds good today.
All right, so you guys get your food. Dionysus grabs some food too, and he starts writing some stuff on some pieces of paper, drawing them all together, and says, Ayda, McNastly.
I'm going to put down my bagel and walk over.
I'm doing some more invitations here for some friends. You want to come to the next get-together?
I'd love to.
Great. Don't call me before then, unless you have your sacrifice your offering willing to be brought.
Sacrifice is a good call. So I have to have my sacrifice ready before I call? What if I use you to get the sacrifice?
As long as there's not a big gap. My concern is you'll call on me and then come to my realm without paying your debt. That could be devastating and create a life full of servitude for you.
I'd love to serve my god. All right. When is the next meeting?
Well, time works differently here, so I'm throwing a party tomorrow, but that could be, maybe a decade for you.
Good.
For movie times, press 1.
And what a great offering you brought. Not to get distracted, but I hope you bring another offering of this value to me.
Yes.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, we're finding a dragon next time. For reference.
You get to kill the next one.
Are we heading back to Euphrae now?
Yeah.
Done
I
eating
don't
breakfast?
think there's any reason to stay any longer.
All right.
Before I leave, I'm sure he has an altar to himself in his own world.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go ahead cast a prayer there, because why else not?
Yeah, sure. So you cast your prayer, you play your kazoo, you do your offering. Thaddeus, you chill while that happens.
Yeah, I've got to figure out.
Yeah, you're there contemplating your own
remember.
mortality. You're like, can he take that away? Fucking shit.
I did not make an agreement with him. What did I get out of it?
The Dr. Mage's flask.
Oh, yeah. I don't even use that thing. That's bullshit.
What's the Dr. Mage's flask do again?
It pretty much cures him
Yeah.
of, most sicknesses or diseases or stuff that he might get, and
Yeah.
it heals him.
Good job becoming immortal after getting that flask, even though you probably needed to give that to the dude who gave you the flask.
Yeah,
Dickhead.
that was not a thing I remember happening.
I thought I was the fuck up of the group.
So,
All right, so you guys finish up your stuff. You go back under the tube, and you have to jump up into the tube, but it sucks you right back up, and you pop right into the cafeteria of the Gagme headquarters, and there is no more giant ethereal beholder there.
That would be very weird if there was.
probably still stinks a little bit in there.
Yeah.
Hey, how many days travel is the vaults?
Oh, it took
To
you
the
guys,
collective?
yeah, like a good chunk of season 3.
Don't you have a portal now?
No, I don't have a portal that can take me there.
If it does help you out, there is a Bardic College in, not the Collective, but in Sadomar, which is the city next to the Collective.
Okay.
There is a Bardic College in there,
Yeah.
so
Would there be a way to teleport from one Bardic College to another?
there would be a way to teleport from Amachi to that Bardic College if they set up a teleportation ring there.
Oh, so I'd jump in the one here, go to Amachi, and then jump back through to Sadomar.
Yeah, but you don't have to do that like right now. Just
I mean, I got 6 days. I'm scared to owe a god something
Oh,
for
come on, it's
long
not that
periods
bad.
of time.
Once
So-
we get back... Oh,
go ahead. Once you get back, what?
I was going to see if I can tell what time it was.
So 3 days passed while you were,
Just having breakfast?
while you had breakfast.
Shit. So he said that it happens tomorrow. So
Yeah.
from the sounds of it,
Tomorrow.
that means he's going to call on me in the next, month or so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we're
Hard
only
to
in there
say.
for 30 minutes.
Well, it depends on how long
shit.
days are in his realm.
Yeah.
It's going to be whenever the plot's convenient. All right, let's get back to it.
You got it. Let's not do logistics of Olympus.
We need to know exactly how much time.
Where's my calculator?
All right, so over to Malphaedor. You land in Gaydon after a day of hard travel. The city is built in both in the cave or in the mountain and outside of the mountain. So all of the Bromroyo property and vaults and their housing and all that is all inside the mountain. It's, a dwarven stronghold, so the inside of the mountain is typically better built and more beautiful and prestigious than the houses and stuff outside the mountain. So you go into that, and you do have one of the richest houses you do have the best property in all of Gaydon as the wealthiest family of the Trades Guild. Yeah, so you arrive and you land right at the mouth of the city, and a couple of soldiers there at the door greet you and open the door to let you in.
Okay. Now, I know the city like the back of my hand, I'm sure.
Yep.
So I go directly to my family manor house.
Okay. Yep.
Go to find my mother.
Yeah. Yep. So you get to your manor house, and
as I'm going through the town, do I see obvious damage to the area? I heard there was some sort of attack.
You do
didn't know if anything would stand out to me.
Yeah. So you do walk down the street, the main street, into the city there. You don't see a lot of damage everywhere, but you do see where construction is around the prison here in town, and they are repairing a wall that had been destroyed. If they had blown up the vaults were at a far side of town, at the end of the roads. There's this beautiful area where there's a water fountain and stuff there, and then inside you go into the vaults. There are the 3 different main vault chambers for the Trades Guild. Your house is close to there. Your manor is close to there, but you would actually have to go into the vaults to see the damage at that point.
Okay.
So you get to your manor. Your manor is marked by 2 angelic creatures standing at attention, swords thrust into the ground, and one has its wing spanning up over the door, and then on the opposite side of the door, another has one wing sprouting up over the door, and then their second wing on each side is pointed down to the ground. So, showing control both sides of the Azamar people. You enter into the double doors of your manor, splitting the 2 statues, and you are home.
A few steps into the door and just take a very deep breath. Take it in.
Yep. No sooner than letting that breath out, you are approached by 3 servants that you know from your family, from growing up here. They immediately recognize you even after all of your changes, and they are there to welcome you home, and they're at your beck and call. They don't even say anything. They just know that you are there, and they are there to serve.
Okay. I will just let them tend to Ravengriff. I won't dismiss him. I'll just let him. I'll tell them he's in the courtyard. Tend to him. I'm going to see my mother.
Okay. One of the servants says, "She is in her study." "Yes, my lord."
Very good.
And
beeline.
Okay. You make it to your mother's study. You pass a couple other servants who immediately bow as you walk through, and you make it to your mother's study without any interruption.
Okay. Just enter in.
All right. You enter in. Your mother is working. The study can be bright if she chooses, with lots of candles and fire lamps, and your mother's actually a good magician, so she can even put light around the room, but she has it specifically dark, working with just 2 candles, lighting her desk and going over some what appears to be ledgers.
I'll just silently enter the room. Mother.
And she looks up and she says, "Malphaedor, I can't believe you're home. How are you?"
Concerned. And purposeful. What happened here?
A few months ago, some people broke into the vaults, the Go Deep vault. They triggered an alarm. Your father grabbed Salvatore, and they used the teleportation ring to get into the entrance, and from what our reports say and the city guard says, a bomb went off. Some people broke out that demolitions expert, Andrin Mianor, out of prison, and within an hour of him being free, they infiltrated the Trades Guild vault, guised as a Go Deep, and they killed him.
I have a good idea who's behind all this. And mark my words, they will pay dearly. How are you?
I am much better now that you're home and safe. I assumed you would have been here months ago. We sent word out to every Gagme outpost right after it happened and asked you to come home.
Yes. Well, it's a long story of where I've been, but I wasn't anywhere nearby. So it was a bit of an ordeal before I even returned and learned of what had happened here.
I understand. And I won't pry. I know Gagme business is of the utmost importance.
Oh, you know I've never held secrets from you.
Who do you think did this?
Douche. It's a person who used to be very close to the chief instructor when I first joined with Gagme from his younger days. But apparently he's become disillusioned with the way Gagme conducts themselves and carries on, and has made it a purpose to bring those down.
What will you do?
Well, he killed the chief instructor, several of my friends. His lieutenants have also exacted a heavy toll on Gagme forces and also my friends. I intend to do whatever I can to bring them down with as much ferocity and fire as I can.
How long will you be here for?
Not long. I figure I'll take some time to pay my respects, make sure you're safe, maybe tie up some loose ends if there is any for family matters. And then I'm due to reconnect with my companions at the end of the week. Before the end of the week, actually.
Very well. Will you at least let me send you with some of your father's guard? I know they would love to take a shot at revenge, at least not only for your father, but also for Salvatore.
I would like to say yes. Let me think on that. Because I know where I'm going is going to be very heavily populated with people not connected to this encounter. And I think things are going to be sticky enough as it is.
Alright, roll a persuasion check. You know your mother, when she offers things, is more telling you the decision she's made and just giving you a chance to...
Pretty sure she's
talk her out of it.
She's how mothers work.
Yeah.
16.
A 16? Okay, so she will... You see her shoulders deflate a little bit, deferring to your best judgment, and she will adhere to whatever your wish is, instead of just doing it anyway.
But I see that, and I put a hand on her shoulder, said, trust me, I will do everything within my power, and everything within the powers beyond me, to make sure that those responsible for what happened here pay to the utmost.
I believe you. I have sent a letter to Amiariel, and I've asked him to let your tenure at Gagme come under review, should you wish it. The house is going to need somebody to help run things. Right now I'm fully capable, but you're going to need to spend some time back home and learn the ropes with the ledgers.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that you're fully capable, but you haven't been trained in the more technical details of the Trades Guild. And should anything happen to me, you're next in line to take the family name.
I understand. Well, allow me to finish up the business at hand, and I will concede to coming home and doing what needs to be done here. But nothing is going to sway me from my current tasks.
Well, I don't know what's going on with you. Clearly, you've gone through changes. I can see that. Your father told me about them a little bit when he got home, but I want you to know that you're always welcome back here.
Now, I know my appearance has changed, but am I able to control how much of that has changed, or can I go back to like a sort of like a bounce back and forth, change my appearance slightly?
Some of it always sticks with you. So some of the dark features stay with you.
Yeah, I know the eyes were going to be a permanent fixture.
Yup, your eyes are like that permanent black. And so there are a couple things, but for the most part, you can pretty much get close back to your normal.
Like suppress it.
Yeah. So for the most part, like traveling through like a town of people that don't really know you,
Okay.
they're not going to be able to say, "Oh, that dude's Dark Malphaedor." But your mother, who
evil as shit.
yeah, your mother, who's a very strong believer in Greyhawk to begin with, and knows you really, really well, is easily going to be able to identify these differences.
So by that, she's like, I see you've gone through changes.
But
as in you have accepted the devil.
but I'll suppress the darkness as much as I can to try to comfort her, at least in that aspect, and tell her, Mother, I am still your son, and I always will be. That has never changed. And although I may have veered off course from where you and my father and others would have wished me to be, know that I'm still here, and I'm still doing what I feel is right.
I know your father was very proud of you, and I am as well. I don't know what you plan on doing to take care of this Douche, but if there's anything that you need from me, don't hesitate to reach out.
I'll send word if I need you.
Whether it's Trades Guild power or Salvatore's men, we can help any way possible.
Is there a way to marshal those forces and have them ready to possibly emerge through a portal, or to instantly deploy them to some far-off place if I need them?
If that's what you wish and you can provide the transportation, yes.
I'll see what I can do. That may come in handy in a later date.
Very good. Would you like to see where your father rests?
Yes, that was my next thought.
Okay. So she gets up and she leads you outside of the city, actually. She takes you up to the outside of the mountain and up to a burial ground that is your family's personal plot of burial ground. And it's up toward the top of the mountain, so it's about a 4-hour walk up the mountain. But it is at a beautiful resting spot up there. And he is there, and they actually put, outside of the family line, they put a burial spot for Salvatore as well. So he's not part of like the family lineup, but he's still within the graveyard.
They gave him an honored spot.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so I'll approach his monument and take a knee and grab a handful of dirt and rub it into the side of my armor.
The monument itself is actually a statue of him, but a statue that you've never seen of him. Or in a way you've never seen him. It's a very, very young version of him, almost when he was like your age. But it was when he had done his first great feat as a member of the house and had early on taken over the Trades Guild as one of the youngest headmasters of the Bromroyo clan after his father tragically died and his mother tragically died. And so he was commemorated at the first epic feat of his lifetime.
Awesome. So I just look into the face of the statue. Well, Father, I will avenge you and look after Mother the best I can. Hopefully you won't judge me too harshly for the means with which I do that. Rest to your soul, Father. And walk away.
Your mother gets you set up with whatever you need for the day, food, whatever. And is there anything else you would like to do here in Gaydon before you...
I want to inspect the vaults, see if there was any damage done to our vaults and property, but that can be like later in the afternoon after I spend the morning and lunchtime with reconnecting with Mom.
Okay. All right. So you spend time with your mother, and we'll bounce back over to Nastly and Thaddeus.
We have 3 days then until the bard thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
There is a thing I want to do. If you don't have anything that you're going to aim us at,
Yeah. No. You're good right now.
I'm going to go to the library and see if there is a book of teleportation sigils. Because the teleportation circle scroll doesn't say there's a max number that I can know. So I'm going to see if I can find a book that has a lot of them condensed into one spot so I can...
Sure. You have to have been to one of those places before, right?
No, it says you have to study the sigil.
Okay. All right,
so
cool.
if it's in a book,
Yeah.
that would
yeah.
work.
All right. So go ahead and make an investigation check, probably, to...
I would assume so. Jesus Christ. I'm using my inspiration.
You using it already? Woo!
That's a nat 1.
Yeah, wow. I rolled a nat 1 for my
You got-
investigation.
You got less intelligent.
Oh, here's this very rare book. Burst into flames.
You found it. It's blank. Fuck
Yeah,
you.
I might as well use my inspiration that we earned in this episode.
Yep. That sounds very much your style.
Yep.
Dude.
Always running on E.
Hey, there we go. 21.
21. Yeah, you find a book. It is it was mislabeled, so you were having a hard time finding it at first. But then you felt the inspiration of Dionysus.
Damn that Dewey Decimal
Did I
System.
get a boon while I was there? I forgot to ask you.
Yeah, actually, you both would have gotten the boon from Dionysus while you were there, which for him is back to the gods. Plus 10 temporary hit points for 1d10 days. Roll a d10.
8.
8 days. You have 10 temporary hit points. 2 days. You have 10 temporary hit points.
Likes me more than you
He
again.
does like you more than him.
I got 3 scrolls. Fuck you, dude.
Who has the evocation scroll? Oh yeah, Nastly.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, I do.
Which one do you have? Illusion?
Illusion.
What do you have?
Conjuration.
Conjuration, illusion.
So we've got 5 of the...
5 of 8. Hey, we got a majority now.
Yeah. Now we just gotta get the other 3.
Hey, maybe if we bring him another gift, we might get a 6th one. Who knows? Fuck it.
I don't remember how many of the villains...
We probably should have asked him who killed Malphaedor's dad while we were there.
Oh, damn it. That would have been good.
Shit.
Oh, well.
Probably also could have asked him, where are the other scrolls? Or where's, like... We could have asked him so many questions. We're like, we want breakfast.
I think I threw him off when I was like, you were supposed to use that witch spell for something else.
Once we found out that he fucked up, and once I found out I can't use my all-powerful scroll until I come back, mostly just, like, pissed off. I was like, shit. This backfired drastically.
All right, so you do find a book, and it's got plenty of different things in it, and...
So, what, like, pretty much have the book for all of them now?
Yeah, for a good chunk of them. So it would take a little while to go through and find one specific one, and then you'd have to sit there and study it to memorize it. So I would say, we'll just make it relevant to, like, if there's a specific place you want to go, we'll see if it makes sense.
Okay, sounds good. I will study one sigil a day, just so I can have a backlog of... That was one of the ones you learned.
Yeah, there are no sigils for the shards of Isan.
Makes sense.
Not a single one.
Piss off.
Seeing that teleportation magic is not allowed there.
Yeah,
it
makes
is.
sense.
He's got
It's
to
against the
teleport
law.
to the nearest possible city.
Yeah.
There are no... We're in the closest city.
Oh, didn't we go to... what was the city that we had to get?
That's one of the shards.
That's
Oh,
part of
was
the
it shard?
shards. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nartuga's Reef, it's part of the shards.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Shoot!
Yeah.
Yep. It's super handy for me.
Yep. All right. And there is the very first place on there is a teleportation place in what's the name of that place? Sadamar.
Sadamar?
Yep. You do find a spot for Sadamar if you want to make that one of your first.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll memorize that one first.
Okay.
So I can go get that wish spell.
Well, I'm going to see if I can find like a instrument maker here in the city?
You know that the person at the Bardic College was going to start working on more.
Oh yeah, that's what I pre-said.
And then they had like 3 or 4 months to knock a bunch out.
Then I'm going to go talk to that dude.
Feta?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that Feta?
Yep. All right. So Feta gives you 22, saves 1. She knew you were coming back, so she's been working on them. So 22 metal kazoos.
22 metal kazoos. Fuck yeah. So that puts me in. Let's see, how many do I have?
28 total, I think. I think you had 6 left.
29 too many.
We interrupt this program for a special news announcement. Flash! A fool's quest fever is sweeping the globe, causing sudden fits of laughing out loud and an anxious feeling while waiting on the next episode to release. The only known cure so far is, no, not more cowbell, more Fool's Quest. We now return you to your regularly scheduled program after this brief message from our sponsors.
Hi, excursionist. I'm Nari. Do you know that stories have a way of taking you into a different world? Why don't you join me at the Into the Night Anthology podcast? We present you with bite-sized stories that make you question what you thought you knew. I may have something that would interest you. Everything gets old. So someday, as long as it's cared for, any item will become an antique. That includes you and me. And sometimes terrify you with what you didn't. What's happening? This can't be real.
You can see us, but you are powerless to stop us.
Bring a friend along when you find us on your favorite podcast directory. And make sure to follow us on Twitter at Into the Night Pod so you never miss an episode. Remember, you should never wander these twisted paths alone. In fact, look, the first path is just ahead. Are you ready? Follow me.
Let's join the drow rogue Ayda, the gladiator bard Francis the Lion, and the rogue warlock Hesh von Eggars as they conspire together to thwart the progress of those gag-me fools. Beware, there be villains here.
So, your plan is to gather them all together. How do you aim to get the others? When I'm pretty sure, didn't we hear word that the other side had grabbed some? Isn't that what gossip tells?
Absolutely. In fact, that's what Doofus is here for. Doofus is a time traveler. He uses this magic box and he can bounce back and forth different time streams. It's very limited as to what he can do, even though he thinks it's not as limited as it is, but he can bounce around. And he has foretold that you are going to go to this Battle of the Bards. You're going to confront the other side. And somehow we are going to obtain those other scrolls.
Now, is this a we or is this a we? And I'm in hash motions to like just us three.
Doofus here says that all of you need to be there.
Okay. Now how many... They have all 7 of the other scrolls?
I have Transmutation. I found this one at Mount Teliope. And this one here, the one with Necromancy. And then Enchantment is the third one that I have.
So that leaves 5 with them.
It leaves 5 with them.
We might need those scrolls to counter the ones they already have. Those seem like very powerful artifacts.
Yes, I thought the same thing. But Doofus has assured me that if I give you these 3 scrolls and you take them to Battle of the Bards, it will be mutual mass destruction and chaos. You go without these 3 scrolls, and you will come back with the 5. At least one of you will come back. What the other path the other 2 take, I don't know. Neither does Doofus. But it is written. He has seen it in his past. You will come back with the 5 scrolls.
What's in it for us?
Well, as God of Euphrae, I'll give you whatever you want.
I want to be your high priest.
Deal.
I want to be a god. What the fuck? Also, Doofus.
First under the douche.
All. Doofus. Of all the different variations you saw, how many do we win?
Doofus pulls up his magic amulet that's around his neck, and it's just a marijuana leaf.
I was gonna say robot Downey Jr.
Robot Downey Jr. No, and he says, I don't see variations. I only see definites, but I cannot see my timeline specifically. So I know what happens to some degree. I know one of you brings it to Douche, and I know what Douche does next with it. I know he combines the book. I've seen that.
Unless we take the scrolls with us.
If you take the scrolls with you, it is mutual self-destruction.
In my dream vision, the King in Yellow showed me him grabbing all of them, being up on a high mount, and then it falling and he falling, and then the power being shifted to him, right?
In your vision, your shepherd came up and stabbed Douche through the back as he was collecting the power, and the power shifted.
No, I'm good with this.
Okay.
Yeah, this sounds good. However, I do want to read. I want to look at this scroll.
Okay.
Right now.
Roll a d6.
That's a 2.
Okay.
You brought a dice tray.
I did.
On the table.
No, I wanted it to be loud. I'm not going to lie.
Wonderful.
I wanted to pull a Tony and just be like... Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Okay, so roll a high or a low.
What do you, like with a d6 or...
Whatever die. And then if it's the low half, then it's low. If it's a high half, it's high.
66.
66, okay.
Yeah.
Out of 140. he rolled a D140.
So low. No. Okay, so high is good. So you hear a small chittering noise out from the wall. A small rat comes running out, and the rat is missing half of its side. It's clear that it was dead, but you cast this ability, and it resurrects a small dead animal, and it comes over, and it stands by you, and it looks like it's ready to defend you in combat.
God damn it, Clarence, you look like shit.
High is it is happy to see you, not angry to see you.
Oh, nice. No pet cemetery.
No pet cemetery.
What are you going to name it?
Well, its name is Clarence. It's already named Clarence. There's nothing I can do about it.
Sure. Hey, you've got that other scroll. You could speak to it now.
I don't know how to speak with animals.
You can speak with dead.
I can just speak with it, and then...
The dead overrides the animal.
It doesn't know a language, except for animal.
Say it could speak with you.
I just wouldn't be able to understand it.
Should be a speak with undead spell.
I say, this is pretty nifty. With these scrolls, do they just do the same... I'm asking Douche. Do they do the same trick every time?
No, it's each day a new spell or history or lore or ability happens on these scrolls. And it's pretty random until the Book of Magic is placed together. Then you can pull all of the information at once, thus ascending into godhood.
So when we go to this Battle of the Bards, Battle of the Bards, that's what I said the first time. Kingman would definitely make sure I said that. They're equipped with these, and they have an infinite amount of random spells that they can do once every day. Is that what you said?
They can't do the infinite number of spells every day. They get one spell a day,
Right.
potentially.
They have an infinite library. Once a day, they can cast something. And we're going to go in with nothing, because we're taking Doofus's word that this is how we do. Just making sure that everyone's on the same page.
Well, you guys are capable warriors, are you not?
Well, I'm Francis the Lion.
He's Francis the Lion.
Doofus steps up and says, there are security protocols around the Battle of the Bards as well. So, you're not gonna have to just go in there unprepared and get attacked by them, right? I mean, God knows I wouldn't want to do that. So, look, you get there, you go up on stage, you compete. There shouldn't be a whole lot of fighting. At some point, you guys will have to confront them, and at some point, you're somehow going to get those scrolls from them. And at some point, you guys come back here.
For someone who's seen this happen, you seem very vague on the details.
I just know that in the future, I meet with Douche. Douche says he gets the scrolls from you guys, and then he's working on the magic thing. And you guys are alright. Well, at least one of you is alright.
It's not...
I volunteer as tribute.
Which one?
I do. Me. Obviously. I just volunteered. You guys are busy asking questions.
Yeah.
So, our only reward is the promise of your divine
Grace.
grace.
Yeah, you get to be a priest, and
I do get to be
I'm
a priest.
almost certain I don't get to be a god.
You can be a demigod. That's
Wait
what
a
Doofus
minute.
says.
Wait a minute.
Douche says, many of the other planes have demigods. Bane has demigods.
Hmm.
You could be Maui.
You're welcome.
Fucking conflicted now. God damn it. I was set before.
To some degree, it's arguable that the first people are demigods.
Didn't.
That's why you have to be careful with people like Thor Killen.
Alright then. I'm gonna hold up the scroll and look to Francis and Ayda and see if there's any sort of contention or objection in their face.
I'm going to give you a nod.
Alright. And just hand it over.
Thank you. And he takes a scroll over and he sets it, he pulls two more out of a satchel and sets it on it. And they kind of fuse together for a moment, and then they split apart into three separate scrolls, and he tucks them all into his satchel.
All right, so now you say this Battle of the Bards is where we will meet these schmucks and come away with the rest of the scrolls, yeah?
Yes.
I guess I'd better prepare.
There will be representation from each of the 12 gods there. Obviously, Greyhawk's representation will be there from the church. But also, Bane will have representatives there. The old gods will have representatives there. Dionysus, Hephaestus, Kelemvor, Loki, Lu, Mananamaclear, Math-Fab, Mathonwe, the many-faced god, and Solune.
Well, Speaking of the other gods, how do you think they're going to feel about this plan of yours?
Well, I'm a little concerned about that, to be quite honest.
To be fair.
To be fair.
There are some issues rising right now between the Nine Hells and the Old Gods. Both are making a play for Greyhawk's realm. With the portal magic becoming what it is opening rifts bigger and bigger. So, at this point, me becoming god of Euphrae truly would save the planet and the realm from the Nine Hells or the Old Ones.
Wait, are these rifts tearing up the whole world?
In places right now, and in small specific places, but it will continue to grow and grow.
And then the fix is you becoming a god.
Yes.
How?
How?
Yeah.
Well,
Like, just between us girls, scientifically speaking, how?
Well, once I go there, I can absorb all the portal magic that's being in there and heal the rifts that are opening into the in-between.
So, Douche, I gave you a scroll. I think we're going to do this. But I want you to know, just between us squirrels, I don't trust you. I'm pretty sure you just fed us a line of bullshit. But, it's fine. Look, we'll play the game. Be alright.
Did you say girls or squirrels?
Absolutely.
Rollers.
Just between us squirrels.
I did say girls, and then I said squirrels. So
Okay.
I really thought you said squirrels.
I said squirrels the second time.
The second time?
Yeah, the first time I said just between us girls, and then I said just between us squirrels. We'll play a game. We'll do this whole deal. But I swear, if you mess with me or them, I don't know, Ayda, but like
Ayda's
mostly
eating
Francis
Touche,
the Liar,
100%.
I'll feed you your guts, just so we're on the same page.
As I would expect, coming from you three. There will be backup for you there as well. I've dispatched a couple operatives. Temple and Carl should be arriving to the Battle of the Bards.
Oh,
Miss
Carl.
Carl, what a good little buddy. I
So
hope he's
it's
getting
an
enough sleep.
All ages concert then?
I also have dispatched Cypher. He will be attending as well. And then I have attempted to bribe the judges. But with the time differential here, I'm not sure if the bribe has been accepted or not yet. The idea is that you win,
Well,
Francis.
obviously I'm going to win.
And then you can create the distraction that you need to recover the scrolls, I assume.
Yes. Well, so who the Gagme has the scrolls, but they're going to be at the Battle of the Bands. The scrolls are
Yes. Well,
bards.
and it's the three specific people from Gagme. The Satyr, that Sir Thaddeus Trebilcock, and the fallen paladin.
It's Malphaedor, Thadeus, and McNastley.
Yes.
Keen mind would tell me that.
And I'm curious. Well done. You got the main characters right on our show.
So very keen.
You crushed it.
Yeah, but I did it in front of Douche and his little balding puppet.
I'm beginning to believe that Malphaedor can be swayed to our side.
I'm already working on
The
that.
fallen paladin has definitely got questionable morals. Fit right in, really.
I don't know that Thaddeus Trebilcock can be brought to our organization, though. I think he's had too long of a career with Gagme.
Seemed rather curmudgeonly, anyway.
I thought the same thing.
Well, he is a man of knowledge, though. If you can play to him learning over him having to fall in line, I'm sure we could try something.
I feel like Chris is really going to appreciate the fact that I just called him curmudgeonly.
I think that's an attack on Chris himself, too.
Is it an attack or is it a descriptor?
I don't feel like Chris would take it as an attack.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Goddamn. Okay. I'm like,
Yeah, that's right. Now get off my lawn.
like get him a coffee cup that says
That's
that.
how Chris sounds.
All right. Doofus will be escorting you back to the Battle of the Bards, but then he'll be breaking away. He has a contact there, the host of the show for the Battle of the Bards. I believe his name is Nyan Fleafest.
Oh, God damn it.
Is he a tabaxi that farts rainbows?
He is a tabaxi with light brown fur and spiky hair.
All right.
And Nyan will be hosting the... and he does fart rainbows. Nyan will be hosting the event. The headlining event is specifically set for your group to go against the Gagme group.
Well, obviously.
It's going to be called... Well, the headlining event is called the most epic clap battle of history.
So, quick sidebar. Are we having a rap battle?
Ultimate showdown. Ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad
I've got to
guys,
get with
an
Wes.
explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see.
What tools do you need from me? I'm sorry, the scrolls cannot be a part of it.
Nah, it's fine. What magical scrolls do you have in your repertoire?
I have a pretty big collection of the 2 schools that I mentioned earlier.
You don't have divinity by any chance, do you?
I do not.
I was looking for a quick way to speak to my tentacle daddy.
I'm sorry. Maybe prayer.
Never been one to pray much. Too slimy.
Maybe that's why he doesn't talk to you.
I've got a good catalog of transmutation magic and enchantment magic.
Enchantment magic might be really good.
Yes. Interesting.
Is there anything you need, Ayda?
I just need a hug.
Bring it in.
Bring it in, slugger.
You wouldn't call me that.
What if he knows what's good for him?
I will say, this place we are in right now, although it does not have magic, it has the most lovely shower you have ever had.
As long as it's not golden, I'm golden.
That's an Ayda quote for sure.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
Yay! Hey, can you fucking drive a car a little quieter, you cunt?
Dionysus gets in his truck
and drives away.
Fuck! Get a new muffler, you piece of shit!